the next thing that I'm going to unbox for you is a chainsaw. So this is a NEO-TEC chainsaw. This is the power head. This is a model NH872. So I was really going to get a Husqvarna or something like that, but I kind of got to looking into these chainsaws. I don't think usually I'll watch a review like on YouTube or something of it, and you know what, I don't think I did. But what is awesome about this is supposedly all of the parts to the NEO-TEC will interchange with the Husqvarna parts. So I was like, well, if all the parts are interchangeable, then it's technically a Husqvarna for a little bit less of a price. Because as a matter of fact, when I ordered it and I was reading all the description of it, it said all parts order for Husqvarna model number, and it kind of give you the model number. So all of those parts will fit on this chainsaw. So I was like, well, it's basically a Husqvarna with a different name. So I was like, I'm going to get it and try it because, you know, chainsaws aren't too cheap. This one, geez, guys, my memory is so bad. It was under 300. It was like 280 maybe. I don't know. We'll put a link in the description of how much it costs. This is the 28-inch chain version, so that's what this other box is. It has a 28-inch bar on it. I didn't want to go small. I have one that's a 16-inch bar. It's not a Husqvarna. It was a Poland. And it works. It doesn't want to run the greatest, but I needed to just go ahead and get something because, like I said, we were doing some work on the other property where I'm going to have to use it and cut trees and all this other good stuff. So I got one with a 28-inch bar because some of the trees down there are pretty big. I don't know that we're going to cut down a lot of the big ones. So like I said, we're going to try to push a lot over with a backhoe, but then I'm going to have to cut it up. We're going to use some of it for firewood. Hopefully this winter we'll let it set out and dry out. But this is the NEO-TEC 28-inch chainsaw, and again the model number is going to be the NH872, and I don't remember what model number matches up with it with Husqvarna as far as the parts go. It may tell you in the book. Well, I'm sure it'll tell you in the book. So we're just going to unbox it here. Oh, this is cool. It comes with some gloves, so not really, I mean, you know, the chainsaw is definitely going to cut these, but it kind of has a grip, so kind of cool. Has gloves. It also comes with ear protection, so you don't bust your eardrums out while you're chainsawing. And looks like we got a bag that is going to have, oh, that's cool. It's going to come with all the parts to probably, obviously, put the chain on, take it off. It's got, I'm not sure what some of these are. I don't 100% know, but that's cool. Comes with a bag of parts. Bright orange bag, so you know if you're working out in the woods and stuff, if you set something down, you guys know how it is when you set it down in the leaves. If it's dark color, you're probably not going to find it. So it's orange. That makes it terrific for if you're working out in the woods or in a brushy area. If you set it down, at least it's going to show up better than anything else. So kind of cool. I actually didn't really expect that. So then you have a mixing pot, which is cool. It gives you the gasoline oil mixing table. So capacity, if you're doing 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 25 to 1. Most things are going to be a 50 to 1. But it kind of gives you the guide. It is in liters, it looks like. Kind of cool. It does come with a mixing pot. It says only use 2-stroke engine oil. The fuel oil mix ratio is going to be 50 to 1, so that's pretty typical. So yeah, you just 50 parts gas and 1 part oil. And I hope I said that right. It's been a long day. Here is the manual. I'll see if I can go ahead and find that for you guys. This is going to be the chainsaw scabbard, but pretty sure it's not gonna fit completely over a 28 inch. So anyway, it does come with that. At least cover the tip of it anyway. Then you've got obviously the safety part. You usually have to pull this back to get the chain to start spinning. And then we have, wow, it's way heavier than I expected. The that's kind of nice. I'd rather it be heavy than light. Oh, that's cool. Comes with some safety glasses as well, and we use these all the time because we do pest control, and my wife is always wearing these things, and it even has the side guards that are breathable, so that's kind of cool, so it doesn't fog up. She's over there doing her little happy dance. This thing is pretty heavy for an off-brand chainsaw.
Can I use that if it's too heavy?
Well, I mean, you can use it. This, guys, I think this is I'll have to read it to you. It says it's at 119 decibels, so that's the noise that it'll make. This is, man, it's pretty hefty. So I'm actually kind of surprised with that. Has a neat little strap. Looks like to get to the. It's probably going to be your breather, and everything's up here on the top. It is air cooled, but I'm really surprised with how heavy it is. It's. I mean, I don't know what the weight is, but it's a heavy chainsaw. I imagine by the time you get the bar on it, it's really going to be heavy. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the bar here. Make sure I get everything out of the box. The box looks empty. Well, that's a heck of a bar. It's so long it almost looks like a 36, but it's a 28-inch bar. You're going to have your bar, which will set back in here somewhere. So you're going to be able to cut down a pretty decent sized tree with this. Hopefully everything runs good. I've already got bar oil and stuff, but yeah, we're going to see. Again, this is the NEO-TEC chainsaw. I'm Keith with Causey in the Country, and we kind of did an unboxing on the NEO-TEC NH872 chainsaw, which is supposed to be like the Husqvarna. I don't exactly remember what model it's, but all the parts are interchangeable with Husqvarna. We're just going to kind of put the bar and stuff on. I mean, kind of basic stuff. This is the brake. Kind of it's kind of like your handguard and your brake. It controls the brake on your chainsaw here. It doesn't have any installation thing on as far as putting that on, but it just slips on. I just got to figure out what screws we're using. These are kind of the same. I know it's going to be a shorter one, so we're gonna see about this one. That looks like it fits just right. It's going on there easy. So it's going to be one of these ones here. It's the small one. There's two that are the same. And I'll go back through and tighten that on there. So then next, I'm going to turn this around. It looks like it's going to be another small one over there. So we're going to use this one. I'm guessing it may be a longer one. I bet it's I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a longer one because it's got to go all the way in there. So we will go, it's going to be this one, I do believe. This is the longer, kind of thinner one. So if you've bought this, it's the only long one that's in there. And that's to get it. So I'm just going to hand tighten them for now, and then I will get the Allen wrench and finish tightening them up. So I'm going to kind of put them on there, hand tighten. That seems to be working good. So that's got your handbrake and hand guard kind of installed there. We are going to undo these bolts right here. I'm going to take these off. And this, what I like about this is this guard right here on some chainsaws I know is plastic. This is metal on this one, so I really like that. I like that it's like that. So then I'm just gonna lay this like this, one, so you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm just gonna take this off. Of course, there's your that tightens your chain. The adjustments here. So you want to make sure that this right here is always lubed up. You can lube this, and we're gonna put it kind of on here. What I'm gonna do is just put these on here. I know I don't have the cover on, but just to kind of hold this in place, because I want to look at one thing before. There we go. Alright, so when we put the chain on, obviously these cutting teeth, so right here, this edge is going to be facing forward. So we're going to put this over the back here. These little teeth are going to fit inside of the back part, and we're going to get it on in the bar. We're just going to work feeding it up here, and then you can kind of pull it forward some if you have to get it. Just trying to get it in the bar here. So now that we got this on, Hun, I'm going to get you to kind of just hold pressure out on this bar and hold it up, because I'm going to take these out of it. Just try not to move it much. Just keep it in one spot. Pull it towards you. You're letting it come. There you go. You got to keep it pulled towards you and just held about right there. So we're in it there, we're in it there. Yeah, just keep, that's okay, you're good. Alright, I want to make sure that the chain tensioner goes, I want to make sure that it goes in the right. So the chain tensioner's got to come back. So we're going to turn this backwards, because I got to get it to line up. I need it to line up with the chain bar, with the bar. Let me see if that lines up now. So you want to make sure this little nipple that sticks out here lines up with the hole in the bar, because that's what's going to tighten your, that's what's going to tighten you. I think I got to get in the big hole though, not the little one. I pointed at this one, but it's going to be this hole. So I got to get it loosened up enough to where it will fit. I'm kind of having to hold it in place from. Alright, let's see if that's about right. Almost, not quite there. Almost though. A little bit more. So I turn it counterclockwise, which obviously loosens it and brings it back. So we're gonna see if it lines up now. Looks like it does. It goes right in there. So now then, I'm not gonna tighten this all the way, but we're gonna just finger tighten it for now. And then, yeah, you can let it go. So it's just finger tight for now, and what we're going to do is turn this screw counterclockwise, and as I do this, this chain is going to get tighter. So, of course, I probably need a bigger screw. No, that's, I want just a little bit more. I like that better. There we go. It just takes a little bit to grip it and kind of turn it. It still moves pretty freely, and it's pretty tight. So what we're going to do, and it does come with a tool to tighten it, once you get it to that point, and actually this is the thing I should have been using. I was trying to use this little bitty screwdriver, and this is what this one's made for. I'll turn it just a little bit more. Turn. Once you get it where you want it, you're going to take your tool and you're going to tighten down this, and it's going to tighten. Oh, I probably should have tightened it just a little bit more before I tried to adjust it. So I'm going to you need to loosen it a little in order to adjust it anyway. That's kind of it as far as getting your bar on your chainsaw. Just make sure you guys, when you're putting this on, that you get your chain adjuster in the, in the correct bar hole. Make sure you get your chain tight. You don't want to get it too tight. You don't want to get it too loose. So just make sure you're checking that. Make sure your bar is seated in there good, before you tighten these down. I may loosen these up just to double check everything. But essentially that's it. The next step is going to be to crank it up. We're going to make sure the brake works on it. Alright guys, we're going to add the bar oil here. We're going to fill it up. It goes right up front here. Right there, that's almost to the top. And I'm going to put a little on the, just a kind of little drops on the chain here. Well, I didn't mean to get that much, but I got it on my bar pretty good, but that'll be alright. I want to add, this is 50 to 1, so I'm going to put just a little in it because I want to mix up a little bit fresher. Yeah, I said a little, but it's not half full, so that's about what I want. Alright, so we got the bar oil in it. We got the 50 to 1 mixture in it. Our stop switch is in the run position. And you just want to make sure when you're cranking it that your chain's not touching the dirt. It will dull a chain in a heartbeat, so I think I'm going to crank it. There we go. So we just did our first start test. It's cranked really easy. I didn't fill it all the way with fuel because I do want to put fresh in it. It's full of bar oil. So this little switch right here is the decompression switch. So anytime before you start it, if it's never been started, it's fine. It's not really going to be under pressure, but of course they do test it at the factory. This is to relieve the pressure. I'm not sure which one's which, but it'll automatically reset itself. Anytime you're going to start it, you're going to move that. I just move it back and forth a couple times, and then you should be able to crank it fairly easy. I'm going to tighten the chain a little bit more because it is a little loose. You'll have to continually kind of tighten the chain. And I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to do that now. So in order to tighten your chain once you've got it on, which we did a video putting it on to kind of show you how to do that, you're going to loosen these back up here. So, and then you just want them finger tight. And then to tighten it, we're going to turn this clockwise. So let's try it there. Let me go maybe just a little bit more. Let's try it right there. And I can still move it with my finger, so might go just a little tiny bit more. Let's try it right there. The chain's not sagging, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten this back down. Once you've adjusted it, tighten your nuts back down here. You don't want to over tighten them. You get it right there. Basically, this is basically a Husqvarna, because even in the manual it talks about the Husqvarna factory and all of that. So I think basically that's what you get. So now one thing I noticed when I cranked it is that the chain is turning at idle, the way to fix that is there is a, it's called the T adjustment here. It's for the carburetor. So there's a T, a H, and I don't remember what the other one is. There's certain ways to adjust them, but if your chain at idle is spinning, then you can adjust this down a little, just little increments to get it to where it's not spinning. So we're going to try to crank it. It's already been cranked once. I'm going to try it without the choke. The brake is on now, but I am going to release it when I crank it. So I just kind of put my foot in it here, which don't fit very good because I got a big foot. And then I'm going to try without choking it. We're going to do is at the factory, when they send this out to you, it's only adjusted. I got to find the adjustment. You guys are, it's kind of, we're moving, we're working on 2 different properties, so we've kind of got stuff sitting around. So if you're like, oh my gosh, that place is junky, we are currently getting ready to build a house, and so I've got to find the oil adjustment for the chain. It's going to be on here somewhere. And the picture was very not good. Okay, here it is, right here. So it's going to be under here. So anti-clockwise is going to be more oil. When it comes from the factory, it is only 1 turn. Well, they say it's only 1 turn from tight. I've turned it a few times. Let me open this up. So, and it even has a little display there. I think, because I have a 28-inch bar. And that's all the way open. So it actually, I think, came all the way open. I think maybe based on the 28-inch bar that I got. So it should be spraying out enough oil to keep the chain lubricated. So again, we're going to crank it. And then we'll see if we can find something to cut. It cranks really nice. I didn't have to re-choke it. There, put my brake on. Make sure your brake's on. So, one pull and it cranks, so it cranks really good. This was just a real quick demonstration of what this is kind of like now that we got the chain on it. This one has been laying here a while. So the chain stop works really good. The brake on it works exceptionally well. The instant I flipped my wrist and it hit it, stopped the chain completely. So yeah, guys, this is the NEO-TEC. This would be the NH872. I'm super impressed with it. Like I said, when you buy it, I got this one on Amazon. We'll put a link in the description. But I bought it on Amazon, and when you're kind of looking at it, it tells you that it interchanges with the Husqvarna chainsaw parts. And when you're reading the book, it literally is talking about the Husqvarna factory, how it was on the Husqvarna River, and all this other stuff. Very impressed with it. we will bring you another video later on when we're working out on the property and really kind of put it to use and we're cutting a bunch of stuff. We will show you a video of that, and right now I definitely have to give it 2 thumbs up. It's really great. If we use it a lot, I will definitely be leaving a 5-star review if it continues to run like it is right now. Just to show you guys what it's about. So if you guys like this video, just click the like button and subscribe. We'd love to have more subscribers. We enjoy it when people kind of give us questions about different products that we've reviewed or different things that we've done. So if you guys want an update on this later on, if this video is a little old, just kind of send us a message. Might take us a little bit to get to you. Running a business kind of keeps us busy, but we will reply. We usually always try to reply. So if you want an update on this, then just send us a message. Again, I am Keith with Causey in the Country, and we'll see you on the next video.